Welcome back to another video, traders, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to Trading Trends. I'm TJ. We got a great video for you. We're going to look back at some of the stocks that I called out last month or a couple of weeks ago and see how they've done. But before we get into that, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. All right, let's take a look at the chart. All right, we're looking at NVDA first. Ticker symbol is NVDA. The video I made for this stock came out on June 1st, so they were right around 649, and it's no secret that they have a split coming up very soon. So it's I don't want to pat myself on the back too much for this one. It's very simple. They had a solid earnings report and they have a split coming up, so I said I'm going to look and try and get this one for a pop up to 700. And they came out and hit 720 yesterday, so that's all-time high, certainly the most recent high, and they're up 11% in 2 weeks since I called them out on that video. So nice little gainer on that. I had, I think, 700 call options that I think I made 100% on, and it really only took, I think, 2 or 3 days, and I got out right around there. So yeah, that was a nice little trade for me. It started to trend back, and honestly, it's gone on to 720, which is great, but you never know when these pre catalyst run-ups are going to stop. So I took the win and just called it a day, move on to the next one. So NVIDIA, nice little run. I think they got a few more days, so who knows, we'll see what happens. I'm probably not going to touch it. Second one I talked about was PLTR, and I'm pretty sure I did this video just a few days before the NVIDIA video, so it was right around May 30th, which, let's see, would have been, I guess it was a weekend, so they closed the previous day, May 28th, on the Friday, right around 22.93. And today, before the market started to dip, they hit an opening high of 25.50, so 11.5%. I made a little bit of money. I actually picked up options on one of these pullbacks here and ended up selling them the next day. They came out and hit 24.50, and I don't know, I think it was a 50% gain on, I believe there were 24 calls for maybe this week's or last week's expiration, so they still had some time on them. But with options, you never know. You get a nice little pop like that, you take the profit. So they're still sitting around this area here. I'm definitely still watching this stock. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, take a look at this. So the catalyst for me was the break of this downtrend line here, and they've kind of been testing and retesting, and I think confirming the break of this downtrend here. So I like them long term. I'm going to see what happens over the next couple of days. It looks like they might actually come back and retest this 23.50 line. I'm not sure, but I think I might take some longer dated options, maybe 6 months out, very close to the money, because after coming down, bouncing off these lower supports, we're starting to work back up, and we've seen that people like this stock a lot. It's got legs to go higher. We've seen 40, 45 out of Palantir before. So I don't think it's unreasonable in the next, say, 6 months that we could get back to this 33.50 level up here. So I'm going to look at some longer dated options and see if the price is right, because we've broken this downtrend. We're established above these supports. I like the long-term outlook. I like the product, just like the stock. Last one we're going to talk about, Virgin Galactic, SPCE. A lot more than I expected, I'll tell you that one. If you saw the video, I believe it was on the 25th, so right around here. And I think what we were talking about in that video was bouncing off these supports and coming back into this growth channel here. So these green bars, this is my long-term growth channel. Obviously a very volatile name, but we've seen down on these levels, it could be a very good opportunity to get involved. Anyway, so after bouncing down here and coming back into this growth channel, I had talked about the potential to retest this bottom, and we never saw that. So I think I actually got in the next day after we broke out of this range here to the upside. I can't remember the expiration, but I believe it was a 32 call. Ended up holding onto those for up until last week, I believe. And yeah, I think I ended up selling for 30% or so. They're very time to case killers on names like this, but certainly got a lot more out of it than I was expecting. We'll just take a look. So from the 25th, right around where we closed, around 25 or so, we hit 38.65 last week. So that would have been 55% just on equity. Right now you're sitting up about 40%. So maybe options wasn't the way to play this one at all. I'll have to remember that for next time. It's pretty nice little gainer here in only less than a month, I guess. You know, you call that 3 or 4 weeks. Certainly more than I was expecting. And at this point, I'm expecting a little bit of a pullback, but it seems to have the momentum. We'll have to just wait and see how this shakes out. The last few days hasn't had a lot of action, so maybe we're getting ready to turn back down. I don't know if I like it in this spot, though. I'll probably just wait and see. But I wanted to recap those 3 names. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps out the channel. And subscribe if you enjoy my content. I make new videos on a regular basis. Subscribe and you'll know when the next one comes out. Please comment below. Let me know what you guys think about these ticker symbols and just your general thoughts on the market. I love to hear any feedback as well. I'm sure I'll have a new video coming out soon. I've got a lot of names that I'm looking at this week. It's always interesting though when we're pressing new all-time highs, trying to find good value, right? What's undervalued when the market's at an all-time high, I think is always interesting to look at. If you guys have stocks that you're thinking about, please suggest them below in the comments, and maybe I'll be making a video about that stock soon. So thanks as always for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.